Hi, my name is Julia Lawrence, and I'm going to tell you today about an experience that changed my life. In 1999, my family moved to Bitburg, Germany with the Air Force. This was a new experience for me. I'd never been to Europe before, and when we moved there, we decided to get involved with the church. It was kind of the first time that I was ever asked to go to church or encouraged to go to church upon my own accord. Before that, we'd all gone together, and now I was finally deciding that I was going to go on my own. Within that, I noticed that I started paying attention. I started making more decisions for myself and kind of what I wanted to do with myself as I got older. And I realized that I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. And I soon got an opportunity to do such thing. The youth program in Bitburg, Germany was called Club Beyond. And each year they would partner up with youth groups throughout the United States, and they would go on a big mission trip in Europe. Previously, throughout the years, they had been going to Romania, but due to some conflict in the area, they decided to switch it up and go to the Czech Republic. I knew this mission trip would be good for the people that we were going to go mission to, but I really had no idea how much of an impact it would have on me. This trip to the Czech Republic kind of seemed like a pipe dream at first. It was going to be $1,000, and not only that, how was I going to convince my parents to let me, a 15-year-old, go to a foreign country with 50 other 15-year-olds and maybe 7 adults? It turns out, in the long run, it wasn't that hard. I had a good case going for me. One was that we were going for a good mission. We were going to do ESL, that's English as a second language. We were going to go teach the scripture, and we were also going to take down some old Soviet-era playgrounds that were dilapidated, and we were going to replace them with new equipment that was safer. Two, and I think kind of what really pushed my parents over the edge was that we were going to a part of the Czech Republic that my family is from. So my dad's family moved from the Czech Republic, which was Czechoslovakia at the time, to the United States in 1895. And on top of all that, we were going to Moravia, which is the region where my dad's side of the family is from. Something about standing like on the ground where your family might have stood 100 years earlier that kind of makes you feel like you're really a part of something. I always kind of thought I just looked like an American, like just your average, typical Caucasian female. And when I met the people in the Czech Republic, I realized that I blended in. My features weren't making me stand out. It was a noticeable recognition. I have the light colored eyes, the dark hair. I have a big Czech nose, which is kind of weird, but it really is a thing. And all of that had made me stand out as a kid, stuff that I got made fun of or just laughed at about, was stuff that made me fit in with the crowd there. And it kind of gave me a special, like a certain feeling. It was really great. It was a wonderful feeling knowing that I was going to be helping people that needed help with this group, but also I could potentially be helping people that maybe were related to me. The entire situation, though, made me think about my life as an American. It made me realize how significantly different my life was as an American because somebody in my family in the past decided to risk their lives to come to America. It opened my eyes to all the things that the Czech people live without and how their lives have been impacted by socialism. Even 11 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, it was pretty obvious. I went to the Czech Republic twice while I was in Germany. Both times were a blessing to me. I learned a lot of life lessons on those trips. Things that definitely followed me through this day. I'm pretty sure that a lot of my political stances were molded in those periods. I traveled a lot outside of the United States, and I gained a new respect for our country, a new perspective of being an American. Above all the things that I learned, though, I learned to love others. Sometimes, as an adolescent, we tend to be selfish. It feels like everything is so focused on yourself all the time. It's quite an experience as a young person to serve others, and for just a week not worry about what you're wearing or who you're friends with. And I really believe that it's something that every teenager should do. I really ramped up my travel while I lived overseas, and my parents sent me to Hong Kong and France. And while I was there, I developed a love for other cultures and experiences. I've grown to appreciate our differences and what each culture can contribute to our lives. In a way, it made me love our country even more. Through all the turmoil we're facing today with immigration, I feel like we forget to look back and see where we came from, to see what our ancestors saw, the reason they wanted to leave their country and come to America so bad. And I truly believe that we're that reason. What we experience today and where we are at now is the essential reason why our families in the past came here. I don't think it would have been as easy to learn these lessons on my own. Going to the Czech Republic was an experience that really shaped me into the person that I am today. I learned a passion for serving and a love for my country. I also learned a love for my heritage that I didn't know before. I learned how to be accepting and thankful for the things that I have. And most of all, I learned who I was and who I wanted to be. I learned that not only from the people that I met, but the experiences that I had while missioning in a former Soviet bloc country. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you guys later.